No clearance.
All right, man. What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I am your co-host, Tyler, here with my brother, Jay, a.k.a. Faithful Black Man. You know what I'm saying? Jay, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Just chilling, Just happy to be here another day, You feel me?
All right, real quick, before I get into our special guest, man, I just want to give a big shout out to Dope Black Pods on Instagram. They put us on their Instagram page. Shout out to Dope Black Pods. We moving up in the world, Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little something.
People, giving us the shout out. But all that being said, man, we have a very special guest today, yo. All right, first off, me and him got the same name, so you already know what it is. That's just greatness all around. Okay, I've known this man, since my sophomore year of high school. We had band class together, just sitting in the back, percussion. We ain't do nothing.
Nothing at all.
They just kept telling us, y'all gotta be quiet back there. I'm like, give us something to do. We'll stop talking. All right, man. I got Tyler Holmes on the podcast with us today. Tyler, how you doing, my brother?
I am great. No, Tyler, that I will never forget those years of band class because, well, you were good at band. I sucked. But I loved the social hour that band was. And since we were percussion and we're in the back, we could talk and do whatever we want. But
yeah,
bro,
just didn't like that. And they never they always made it clear that we need to be quiet and stop talking. And I honestly think that's why they promoted you and not me to wind ensemble, because they wanted to separate us from talking.
Nah, bro. Nah, you got it mixed up. I want you to remember. Justin went to wind ensemble.
Oh, yes. No, you were so right. And we were like, what? How?
How did he move up?
How?
Because both of us was trying. We was like, we gonna try and we gonna move up together.
Hold on. And Jalen, just so you know, I was a junior. Tyler was a sophomore. And this is a freshman we're talking about.
Shit.
Bumped like 3 spots ahead of us.
Damn.
They didn't like us from the start.
Damn. Yo, all right. So I'm gonna break it down real quick, yo. So at back to band, okay. We had a pretty good like band program. It wasn't marching band, it was just like concert type stuff, right? So we had concert band, that was pretty much what a freshman performed. You had symphonic band and wind ensemble. Wind ensemble, you had to be that nigga to be a wind ensemble. That's what all the best ones before.
They were serious.
So like, of course, it was like concert band. All right, freshman year, we all did that. All right, move up to symphonic band. And then that's where I beat Tyler. For me, it was like, man, bro, we ain't practicing. Like this bad easy. Because we both like, bro, this bad easy, bro.
And I was salty because remember, I was in 11th grade and hadn't made wind ensemble. So I'm like, oh, fuck this. Oh, can you say that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't care no more. Like, I'm here. I'm good on symphonic band. Wind ensemble.
So like that year, bro, we was going chilling, man. Did the band trip and all that stuff. So after the band trip, he's like, "Yo, we really gonna like try out." We had one last our final exam to help you move up. You know what I'm saying? And boy, we got that schedule back. We was like, we back in symphonic band. Yo, oh my goodness,
we were shocked. we were humbled.
Was the freshman actually good, or would they just move them up just to move them up?
That's a good question. Shout out to Justin, because I know he was a rapper. I don't know if he's still spitting bars like that, but I guess he was musically inclined.
He is talented.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he was like the only one. Everyone else, like, bro, we just stayed in symphonic till we graduated. I was in symphonic band senior. Bro, it was the most chill class ever, bro. It's just what it was. Good times, man.
Back when I was in high school, we used to literally just do band just for the trip and then quit.
A lot of people did.
Fire.
A lot of people
I didn't
did.
know that was a internet like a thing. I didn't know it was a thing in bed. People just did it for the trip.
We went to so many places, bro. We was all over, man. We was in like Florida, South Carolina, Atlanta,
y'all travel.
Memphis. Yo, it was lit, bro. We were low key in the hood.
Hold on,
when we went
though.
to Memphis.
It was lit, but thinking about it, how we had to travel by bus to get to these places.
Oh,
Y'all
no,
took a bus to
never.
Memphis?
The
we took a bus to Memphis, bro.
The bus.
16, 17 hours, bro.
Damn.
And straight. There was no break. There was no hotel in the middle. We went to Florida on a bus coming from Washington, D.C. to Florida. What? I honestly don't know how we did that. Looking back at it,
I don't either, bro. The only good
and those
thing
teachers. Can you imagine being a chaperone?
No. That just sounds like a nightmare. We're the only ones not having fun the whole trip. Why do you think every time you go on a trip, why do you think the people chaperoning are always such a bad mood? They gotta watch all these goddamn kids.
Oh, they're pissed. And they're working. Like
yeah.
They can't be they can't
fall asleep.
Yeah.
They're not on vacation. They are working, making sure no one dies.
Yeah. That's why they be so bad when y'all trying to sneak in each other's room. That's why they be so mad. Like, what are y'all doing? I'm trying to sleep. Y'all messing up my job. It's making this shit suck even more.
Oh yeah, that's like it sounds like hell. Thinking about
it.
Yeah. Only good thing for the bad trip is I met my wife. That was the Atlanta trip is when I met Drew. And
yeah, y'all drove to Atlanta.
That's why I met her my freshman year on the way back from Atlanta. So it's like, and then we wasn't really together beginning of sophomore year when when you and I like met. So we got back together later, and this one, you know that black relationship stuff, bro.
No. That's your relationship. No, but shout out to y'all. I'm more than happy for both of you.
Bro, you a traveling man, yo. I mean, I don't know if you can say where you at or not, but like you moving out here, bro. My man's is all over. Did he just?
Nah, it was the camera.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, my internet was.
Nah, it's fine. It'll still come out good though, even though
it'll come out.
It'll still come out like good. It's because it's uploading while it's the same time as recording, so it's like a live stream. Kinda, sorta.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. So where you at right now, if you could say?
Okay. Say that one more time.
Where you at right now? If it's okay to say.
Yeah, no, I can say it. So I am in the Canary Islands, and I am actually filming the second season of Foundation, the TV show.
That's dope.
So that is like my current location is I'm on an island off of Africa territory.
Yeah. I didn't even know. I didn't even know where the Canary Islands are. I didn't know that was big. I had no idea. Tyler, you told me the Cayman Islands.
I did not say Cayman.
You
can't read, nigga. You can't read.
It's nothing. No, you didn't text it to me.
I swear I said. You know me. You know I don't be speaking no English.
You know, black people be mixing names up all the time.
You know I don't be speaking no English. All right. I know. Look, we gonna make this happen, people. My man, we getting this together over the internet. So, but yeah man. That is absolutely nuts. I know somebody that be filming shows, helping direct shows on daggone.
That's crazy. I've been meaning to watch that show for a minute too. It's nice to know they're making a second season. I didn't know they were making a second season.
I wonder if I could still get that free subscription
to Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, the Apple TV. Yo, you
gotta
might
finesse.
actually you might be paying for it, not know, because they be sneaky with that. That's how they got me for $5 a month with Apple TV. I just kept it. I was like, I like the shows.
They stay sneaky. Because I heard that Ted Lasso's pretty good too.
Ted Lasso, a good show.
Yeah. I'm gonna get into it, man.
Again?
I'm gonna get into it. Well, look.
Oh, damn, we lost him.
All right, he's gonna come back on. He's gonna come back on.
Yeah, he'll come back on.
So check this, man. I have my brother Tyler on for a couple of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, while he's working on coming back. Number one, his Instagram stories. I freaking love his Instagram stories. So whenever he is like active on there, when y'all get the chance, just stay tuned, because he really does production type things on his Instagram. Very entertaining. He gives a lot of great movie recommendations, a lot of great show recommendations.
I was just looking at his his watch list on his story on it that he had highlighted on his page last night. Some good movies on there.
But also, this man is probably the greatest fan of the Weeknd. Probably the Weeknd's number one fan. He is the only one I know that will ride for this man. Like when he got the halftime performance, I was confused.
You was confused?
I was.
Okay,
Tyler,
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm now on my hotspot, so it should not disrupt anymore.
All right.
I was using the hotel Wi-Fi, so clearly that was the best.
Hotel Wi-Fi. I'll get you.
Tyler, I was telling them number one, you know, before I even knew all that you was doing, right? I was telling them like, yo, Instagram stories be like my favorite thing to watch. Like this man be really doing a whole production on IG. You know, I
just be expressing myself in the best way I know how, and usually it's through pictures and videos that I know will express exactly how I feel, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I just be having fun with my story times.
I'll be like, yo, his knowledge, like this man has seen everything. Because I'll be like, these clips is too on point.
They are very specific. But no, I love that you know that, because, you know, when I do story time, I want it to be intentional, because it's like, this is how I feel. If I'm inconvenienced and if I'm mad, I'm not just mad. Like, it's like, okay, I'm mad like the time, you know, SpongeBob pissed Squidward off or something. Like, it's a very specific emotion that I know how to locate. Like, my brain is like an encyclopedia for TV and film. It's like, okay, I remember how I felt at that time. I know how the character felt at that time. Like, I don't know. It's all connected with the storytelling element and the, you know, my whole shtick.
Yeah, man. When you made the video to ask for, you know, funding for Trigger Man, I was like, hey, I done seen this man's story. I know this is gonna be lit. Oh yeah. This ain't nothing to me.
Jalen,
he said this ain't nothing.
Tyler, you're funny. Because Jalen, I'll give you more context to this. So me and two of my producer friends were crowdfunding for a short film that we wanted to make, but now have made. And, you know, I'm on the internet asking for money, like a lot of people. And I said, okay, well, if I'm going to be on the internet asking for money, it's got to be good. It's got to be me. Yeah. It's got to be done in a way where I'd want to donate to this, you know, whatever I'm selling. And so I just was very intentional with the videos I would use to like galvanize people and, you know, get them hyped to want to support this crowdfund. And Tyler, you're referencing like, oh, my story times are good. You know, my movie's about to be good. And I tell you right now, the movie is great. It is great.
I'm looking forward to I see the pictures for it, the pictures you have when you guys was in the car, like the whole aesthetic of the movie. I just thought it looked so dope. I was like, I need to see this. I went on your page. I went on your website. I was hoping it was up there. I was like, damn, I need to see this. I was like,
no, this ain't gonna be no free 99. Nope. No.
No, I'll pay for it. If I had to pay, I would see if there was a leak or something, or it looked.
We have. Good. So I appreciate that. We were very intentional with our strategy and like what we share with people, and I can share that we have finished the film. We finished filming back in August, and now post-production has wrapped actually as soon as 2 weeks ago. So the film is done, and now we are releasing it to film festivals and so submitting to those spaces. So we'll see what happens, but in the meantime, you can look out for more on that very, very soon. But I'm so happy with it, and I've watched it like 1,000 times, and I'm like, this is it. Like this is a movie.
That's all, that's so freaking dope, man. It was funny. Dope. I was telling Jay, when people donated, they had the option to be like the story or the playlist. And I was like, hey, give me the playlist. I ain't even tripping on put video on the gram like that. But like, honestly, bro, I I wrapped up listening to the playlist a day or two ago, man. And I'm like, okay, even, the musical choices is on point. You know what I'm saying? Even got the daggone Isaac Hayes Joan in there. Bro, that Isaac Hayes,
walk on by. Yes.
If nobody's heard it, like so many great songs have sampled Walk On By. Just like that first 30 seconds. And I'm like, as soon as I heard the first 30, I was like, oh shit.
Probably the most common Walk On By sample nowadays is 6-Inch Heels by Beyonce.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know the song now.
Yep.
I know the song.
And when you listen to the original, you're like, oh, no wonder Beyonce chose this song. Taste.
Yeah.
Taste. And of course, I feel like it couldn't be a playlist by Tyler Holmes if The Weeknd wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to main point of today. The second reason I had to have my man's on. This man is, for my knowledge, The Weeknd's #1 fan right here.
I'm definitely in the fan club for sure. I'm in the running.
When we found out he was performing in the Super Bowl last year, I was so confused. Not gonna lie. But then
y'all were about
I go on this man's story, and he was like, y'all know, y'all not ready.
Y'all not ready. Y'all are not ready. Y'all were not ready. And still aren't.
Still aren't. I will say it was an impressive performance. I remember hearing somebody say, like, yo, it was mad smart for all the people on the field to be wearing their masks.
And you know what? It's not just the music. It's not just the voice. His artistry, like nobody's doing that. And this man performed by himself at the Super Bowl, by himself. Let's put that in there. And he killed it.
Yo,
I will go watch that performance right now and still be entertained.
I didn't take that in mind that normally in the Super Bowl you got about 2 or 3 people perform.
Yeah,
by himself.
This man did the whole thing.
Even Janet Jackson had Justin Timberlake.
Even J-Lo before had Shakira.
Yeah,
Beyonce got to bring up Justin Timberlake
with Destiny Child.
By himself.
He did do that by himself on top of the
stadium and everything.
And he made it look easy. This man's on the field just smiling, waving. And
yeah.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, see how much y'all sleep on my man.
Wow,
he was all over the place. I mean, he was at top of the stadium at one point. Then somehow got down to the field.
He's giving you performance. He's giving you production value. He's giving you story. He's giving you quality music. He went from top of the stage He went from Mirror, whatever that was, like Funhouse. Now he's on the field with 1,000 weekends. Then he's, I mean, it's endless. Okay, you definitely called the right guy to talk about the Weeknd.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so a couple things, man. I'm not gonna act like I listened to the last album fully. That last album threw me off a little bit, bro. It was no look, because here's the thing, right? I mean, we knew about the hit song, but like it seemed like most of the album was just like, I'm in LA. That's what I felt like. That last album felt like I'm in LA.
Wait. Which album? Dawn FM or
no. After Hours.
Oh, that's my album.
I'm gonna get the Dawn FM. But I just, what did you feel about After Hours, or like what was your excitement leading up to Dawn FM, man?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When I first listened to After Hours, I was like, all right, I'm done. I don't like this. This isn't for me. But the thing about the Weeknd, it's like a seed that he plants in your head that just keeps growing and growing. And now it's like, how did I live without this album? Now, when I listen to After Hours, start to finish, I love it. I think it's the first time you listen to it, you don't have an appreciation for it. But then you start vibing and you start listening to these. I do love dark lyrics. I like sad music, even though I'm a very happy person. I don't know what it is. Maybe it like balances me out.
I feel you on that. I like some real grimy street music.
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, that is not my life.
Like, I want to be in my feelings. Like, why? Like, ooh. Like, honestly, if somebody were to pick up my phone and look at my playlist, they'd be like, "Oh, he needs therapy."
He's going through something.
Like, the Weeknd is not therapy, Tyler. Like, this is not helpful. No, I didn't like it at first, but then it just certain songs like "Alone Again" that hooks me in from the start, and I'm like, I can't be alone again. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. I can't. It's just like an unapologetic darkness that I love that he leans into, and I haven't heard that from artists really embrace that, especially on a mainstream level, because it's just it's a unapologetic, honest truth that he's just known for, and I love him for that, because it's like, how you can't get no darker, you can't get no more shameless, and I be like that.
Here's how I feel about the Weeknd.
All right, here we go.
This was before Dawn FM. This is how I feel. Part of me felt like he was using hip hop, okay, to then go to this like old 80s vibe style type. And it was like, all right, I don't know if he grew or was you always like this. Like, it just felt like he came in with Drake. They was doing like, he came in with, come on, bro.
Wrong.
Come on. All right, from my perspective, he came in with Drake. The crew was like, come on. And then he was like, his lyrics was just the ultimate recklessness, especially dealing with the hoes. And
wait, can you explain that? What is ultimate recklessness?
All right, the first single I remember from him was like, he started the song just like, I left my girl back home.
Oh, Wicked Game.
Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about, nigga.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But then After Hours was like, yo, what the heck? What happened? You know what I'm saying? You can see it a little bit in Starboy when he was doing the work with I forget that EDM group. He did
Daft Punk.
But a couple folk have worked with that. Like even Jay-Z's worked with that. So I'm like, all right,
taste,
do that. Yeah. So then After Hours come, I was like, this is a little a little different.
I felt when Starboy came out, I was like, oh, he's switching it up. I know how I feel about it. And then I listened to it a little bit. I was like, this is a different vibe for him. I respect it. I give him his lane. He trying something new. Then After Hours came out, and I was just like so enamored by like the idea, everything he was doing around the album. It made me want to listen to it. Like when he was walking around with the bandages and the with his face all beat, I was like, who beat the Weeknd's ass? What is this? Where is the story of the album? I need to listen to this album just so I could know the story. I was watching YouTube videos trying to figure out what was going on. Like I was like, it had me invested. So that's one thing I do like about the Weeknd. He's gonna do something different to make you want to listen to what he's putting out. Like even with this album with the old makeup, I still gotta figure it out.
But let me say, this Dawn FM out.
Wait. Can we go back for 1 second?
All right, go ahead.
Before we talk about Don FM, because I'm happy to. But it's so interesting, Jalen, that you just brought up his, I'm not going to call it a gimmick, but his persona for each album is so calculated. Yeah. And it's funny because as a fan, I've never invested too much thought in it because I'm just going to listen to the music anyway.
Yeah.
But to hear that you want to listen to his music because of, I'll call it antics that he's doing.
Yeah.
And the presentation of it.
Yeah.
That, I mean, to me, that's like, what an artist to not just be, musically gifted, but he has like a marketability in his head to say, this is how I want to present this. And I could build either new fans or just a new persona or just add to the persona I already have.
Yeah.
And make that my whole, my world, how people know me. That is fascinating. And much to both of you guys. I came in with the Weeknd at the very start with not even when it was trilogy, when it was just House of Balloons.
Let's make that clear.
It wasn't
back in the mixtape days.
Mixtape days. And I'm talking like you would wait. I was up at night waiting for the mixtapes to drop because I just needed this mysterious.
Yeah, it was just like exclusive. Like you didn't know what it was. Like, what's the Weeknd?
We didn't even know what he looked like.
Yeah,
he was.
We thought it was a band. I thought it was a couple people.
Right, and I agree. I just wanted more. I wanted to know more. Like, what is he doing? Who is this person that's making all this music I love? And no, but I will say he has definitely evolved his sound through each era of his music. And I do strongly feel that Trilogy and what's the album that he did right after that? Dang it. Come on, the stands are supposed to know this. The album that he put out right after
Kissland.
Kissland. Professional is one of my favorite songs. Anyway, that feels like a contained kind of opening act for him. And then he's like, I got my core fans. Now I'm about to make this money and transition to the pop section of what I need to do. And now
he had that song on what's that movie? That
50
big
Shades
movie.
of Grey.
Yes, 50 Shades of Grey.
Earned it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing, and my fans are gonna come along because who else y'all gonna go to? Because who else are we going to go to? And now I feel like he's finally blending them both in a way that is palatable and acceptable for kind of both audiences. Now, I will say I would love to hear more of the initial trilogy type sound, but what he's doing now with this, and now we can get into Dawn FM, like with this like 80s synth sound, like I love it. And it still fits his whole aesthetic that I haven't dropped off as a fan because of it. But others have.
Yeah. Let me say.
I mean, what are you gonna say, Tyler?
So, personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came on with Beauty Behind the Madness. That was
Late.
when I was late. And honestly, if my man, shout out to Lombard, if he ain't invite us to go to see him in concert, I probably would have still been like, we nigga had that right. I was like,
great concert.
Great concert, by the way. He was playing everything.
That's when I realized, like, oh, he's trying to be like Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah. Oh, can we talk about that? Okay. No. Yep. This y'all show.
No. So I'm listening. All right. Here's the thing about Dawn FM. It is mad like weird. That's like it starts off mad weird, Tyler.
Yeah,
like
it's a great intro. What are you talking about?
It is. Okay. Here's what I've been telling people about.
You don't like the radio? Like, you know what I mean?
Tyler. Here's what I've been telling people. I was like, I said, start at number 4. But it's just because this is like the people I know. I'm like, most of my peoples, I'm like, bro, double like 1 and 2, especially, it's gonna freak you out. Just start at 4.
I love 1 and 2.
Jay,
he said that he goes, yo, just start at
take my breath. Just start and take my breath. and that shit funky. That
you
shit
cannot be
funky
serious right now.
Yeah,
you cannot be
he
serious.
sure did. He was like, he's like, yo,
hey,
what's funky,
and I
bro?
knew you was gonna do this. You was gonna smash like this.
No, because I like that. I love the start of it. It's like high energy, like I don't even know what type of music it is. It's just
I was already listening to the album when he was texting me. When he texted me, yo, just listen to the skip the first 3. I already listened to the first 3. I was like, I was like, this is a little different. This is real different from what I usually do. Listen to like what he usually does. But I was like, it's weird. I was like, it's interesting, but it was weird. But then when I got the 4, I was like, oh yeah, Tyler was right. It's pretty funky.
Yo, I was like, I tried listening to it like 2-3 times, and I'm like, all right, I would just keep starting from the beginning.
Especially those first 4 songs, because I feel like they started out as almost like a party album.
Yeah.
And then it starts to.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. I was at a theme. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
That's what I felt like. The first 4 songs, I felt like it was a vibe. Like he was setting the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just gave me the vibe of like the old school dude. I have this picture in my head for everything I ever think of. Like it's just the coolest dude in the room, sitting in the corner with the record, jamming, rolling up a joint or a blunt, and just like vibing. That's what literally the vibe I got from.
It's me.
He said it's me. I'm the one. I'm the coolest nigga in the room.
Vibing to the weekend, yeah.
Yes.
Yo, I like the radio theme all the way through. Like I love how he's like introducing the next couple songs. Like here's some slow jams or this and that. But for me, I just know it was hard for me to get past the first 3. Then I was like, I put it on in the background while I was coding. And once I heard Take My Breath, I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, hold up, my G. Oh, we be jamming now. And then Sacrifices.
How do you sacrifice? Hold up. How do you like Take My Breath and Sacrifices? Best songs, by the way. How do you like those songs, but don't like the first 2? It's the same song.
Okay, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Now, How Do I Make You Love Me? That's decent. That's straight. I think I was still like trying to figure out that gasoline stuff, bro.
It's literally it feels like a DJ set where it's the same rhythm, same pace, same.
Nah. But gasoline used that auto tune, bro. I was like, bro, what's up with my bands? What's up with my bands, bro?
Love that song. I listen to it daily. Even coming on this podcast, I was like, oh, I should probably listen to the Weeknd's album again before I do this. It was already playing. No need to prepare.
but man, yeah. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Like I be like, normally nowadays I play them and look, let me just get through gasoline, the rest of the album.
Get through. You are being disrespectful.
Yo. It's not that weird. It's not that weird. Like it's listenable. Like
like
when I say listenable, not in a disrespectful way, but like for me, it's like, oh, I can put it on and listen to it and be fine and not be weird, like not think it's weird. Like I don't like starting albums in the middle anyway, so I always start from the beginning. So like,
thank you.
I don't have
it's not that.
It doesn't stop me from listening to the album.
I could do it too, right? But I was trying to convince somebody to listen. If I'm trying to, for me, I was trying to convince some people to listen to it. I'm like, nigga, just start.
You don't need to convince
and take
them
my
nothing.
breath.
Yeah,
they need to expand their palette.
Yeah, just be like, oh, you just gotta say, yo, this album fire. No,
because I don't want people to miss out on this out of time that was so good.
Hold on,
I don't want people missing out on some of the greatness. So I'm like, bro, just start at 4. I don't want you tripping on the intro, and I don't want you tripping over that. Just go to 4.
No. Tell them to grow up. Like, listen to the song. Just listen to the album. It's not even an hour.
You're right.
It's not even an hour.
Okay, so I do like.
Is your favorite,
bro? Okay, look,
I like Out of Time.
Out of Time. I love me a good 2 claps in the song. You know, part of the song when you hear that, I'll be like, oh, this is my shit right here.
Not 2 claps.
I love me a good 2 claps. Man, what you talking about? Out of time. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on.
That song sounds the most Michael Jackson-y.
Yeah, that's the song where I was like, oh, he's trying to be like Michael Jackson.
Literally impersonating.
Yeah.
No shade.
First of all, the Weeknd, my nigga, you need more moves than the little feet.
He is not a dancer. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm like, nigga, that's the only Michael Jackson movie you got? Yeah, huh? That's what you gonna do the whole time? That's what you gonna do the whole time?
He has done that many, many times. I'm like, sir.
I'm like, bro, you done had years. Yeah, you could have got a choreographer. You could have added one more step to it or something. I mean, every time just
to something.
Oh, okay. No, what I really like about that song is the Tell by Quincy going into it. I just feel like it all just makes sense like that. I love how he put Quincy Jones in there, which is 2-5. What you gonna say, bro?
Well, I was gonna say I love how I agree with you. It transitions really well from that whole monologue to the first line he says. It's like, for the last few months I've been working on me, baby. I'm like, okay. Self-reflection and good beat.
Oh yeah. But by the way, do you give a nigga credit for only working on himself for a few months? It's like, can a few months, like,
I give any credit towards any self-assessment. Truly.
Like, if you've been trash for years, be like, look, girl, I've been working on myself for 2 months. I'm telling you,
I'm better back. 2 months than I have been. I've been better after this last 2 months than I've been for the past 20 years. That sounds good to
me. Hey, Mike, acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He said,
look. And that's another thing. You can go to his music and you get truth and good beat. Like,
yeah,
it's not just garbage.
His music is definitely a vibe it's definitely an experience. Like you definitely like, you gotta go in. I feel like with the Weeknd, you gotta like go in prepared to hear some shit. To hear some shit that like you're gonna be like, real. Damn. Yeah, like that just hits you. Like, oh,
that is so funny, Jalen, you say that, because sometimes you'll just be kind of listening to music on autopilot and you're not listening to the lyrics.
Yeah.
But you know the lyrics. A few times I've listened to the Weeknd and I'm like singing along, and then I'm hearing what I'm saying and I'm like, ooh. Like, this is dark. Yeah. Like, whoa. Ooh, next song. Like, I don't know if I can keep vibing with this right now. But he does that a lot. And I'm like, how does this man casually go there? And I don't know his process.
But my man be on something. I don't know what he on.
I want to know his process. I just want to know. I want to get inside his mind, just like know what goes through it, like on a daily basis. Like I can't imagine him just having a day just chilling on the couch watching cartoons, and he's having these complex ass songs. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, I don't know where these feelings come from. I just want to know.
Man, so here's another thing, right, about the project. So he go from Out of Time, my favorite song. But then he goes into Here We Go Again, which gives me them like when he be like rapping and flowing, like it remind like Tell Your Friends is one of my favorite Weeknd songs when the nigga just spitting. And this joke just, oh man. He's like, we still celebrate the Super Bowl. I was like, go ahead, my nigga, you still talk that shit.
Yes, talk your shit. You did that, and we're still celebrating. I am still celebrating. And listen to Reminder, now that I'm thinking about it. That I love it when confident people with the ability and skill set talk shit and have the shit to back it up. And it's like, go ahead, do your thing.
That's a fact.
Who?
That's that.
What am I arguing with? Your Grammys? Your awards?
And then you get that secondhand confidence because they're so confident, it makes you feel confident. And then you just go on.
He started that joint. He said, strike a pose with my kinfolk. I was like, oh, where's my brother? Where the fail?
Wait, why do you like all the songs that I'm like, skip?
Bro, what? You skip Here We Go Again?
That song I skipped.
The only part that sucked was Tyler Creator at the end. I sign this breed up. You go sign this breed up. You go sign. I was like, dude, for real? That's all you had?
I was like, what are you even talking about?
I was disappointed because I love Tyler Creator. That's my boy. I was like, damn, that's all you gonna do, bro?
That's all you gonna do.
I was like, you ain't gonna give me something? Hey, give me some Igor or something. Damn.
Tyler, what's your favorite? What's your all right, top three? You got a top three on this joint. What would you? What would it be?
These songs? Oh dang! You're not gonna like them. Okay. I have my top three. I'll start at 3.
All right.
Gasoline. Okay.
Man, Tyler's perplexed. Wrong Tyler, different other Tyler.
Best Friend.
Oh, that Best Friend slap.
That's a good song.
That Best Friend.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Oh yeah.
And then Sacrifice, I can't turn that off. If I hear it.
Oh, okay. So
I like
Sacrifice.
Again, the album's only been out for a few weeks. It could change.
I like the samples on Sacrifice. The samples was fire.
Oh, I have to listen to them. Like the original.
I think it was Donna. Was it Donna Summer?
Oh, I swore. You know what I thought it was?
Heavenly Father.
That's
somebody else.
It's not Donna Summer, but yes, no, you're right. You have the correct song, and I know the song, but yeah, I agree with you. I love that because of that.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, Jay.
Is it Anita Baker?
No, definitely wasn't Anita. I love me some Anita. I know it ain't Anita. I think it's called Heavenly Father.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I gotta listen to it again. Every time someone tells me, "Oh, you hear that sample?" I'm like, I gotta listen back to it.
It says Alicia Meyer.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I definitely know the song more than I know her.
That song be on the gospel stations too, though. That'd be the funny part. That song. All right, Jay
or Shantae
Jay, top 3, Jay.
My top 3 from this album.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull the track list back up. Oh, Out of Time is my number 1. I love that song. I was like, oh, my man's is in Michael Jackson. I
Hey,
started
that
doing the
joke
moonwalk in the
smooth,
bathroom.
What are y'all going
love that
through?
song.
Tyler,
I
who
love
hurt
that
y'all?
song. I love that song.
If it don't work for you, baby, you go hit
But
my
then-
line. Come on now.
I love that song. And then Best Friends my number 2. That one was
Okay,
hard.
okay, we got the same number
And
too.
I like Sacrifice. Actually, I might Sacrifice and Best Friend. I can't really make it 2 and 3. I don't. They're interchangeable. I feel
agree.
I could
I
make
agree.
1, 2, 1, 3.
I agree.
But Out of Time is my favorite one out the whole thing. That one, I don't know what it is. I think it's the Michael Jackson type feel to it that hooked me. Because that's the song that hooked me when I was like, oh, hold up, let me start this over again. And then I had to listen to the whole album. Then got back to Out of Time. Then I finished it. Cause that was that song. Every album has that song where you're like, whoa. Was I listening to this right? And let me start this over.
I'm waiting on that Out of Time video. I need me an Out of Time video.
Well, he gave me on my videos because I was like, all right.
I saw. Hey, the Sacrifice video.
We got Sacrifice. We got Lose My Breath. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he literally did all the joints to Tyler.
Yes.
Yeah,
because he knew what the people wanted.
Oh, for sure.
He knew what I wanted.
Hey, I was watching the Sacrifice video, and what was it? It was this one scene where all the people in black, they did that little funky, like it was like kind of Thriller-esque move, and I was like, oh, that's
I know what you're talking about.
Right
I know
there.
what you're talking about.
Like, ooh. I was like, go ahead with y'all saying. I can't even see. Hey man, I'm gonna go with I heard you're married at 3. That's why I'm putting at 3, man. I thought
that's a good song.
I thought that's why I thought Weezy did pretty decent.
I love the Lil Wayne's line. What's your favorite line from his verse?
I can't even act like I remember his verse.
What is it? It's, I can't be your husband. I can be your hybrid. Something like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember lyrics at any time, so
I don't believe that.
I like the.
No, that's like my biggest thing. I can't remember
no
lyrics for the life of me. It could be my favorite song. You be telling me the lyrics, and I'd be like, I never heard that in my life.
None of it sticks.
Nah, it doesn't stick until the song comes on. Like there's a few songs that stick every now and again, like it'll just pop in my head, but I can't remember lyrics for the life of me.
I like the bridge, and I heard you married I can't remember.
You gotta play it.
I don't even know what the rules are for playing music.
Oh, damn.
Come on, get that.
I'm not complaining. More Weeknd.
Yeah, no, for sure. My man's really struggling through the song.
Hold on. Let me try to get to the bridge.
I think you're there.
Try to get to the bridge.
Oh, yeah. Can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. That's you right there. I was like,
I know. You just want to start break out dancing,
bruh. I was walking my dog. That part came on. I'm driving fast, look crazy. All right, so I heard you married. For 2, is there someone else? I'm a big fan. Is there someone else?
Tyler, what music do you like? Nobody's saying these as their favorite songs. I'm like, wait, what song is that again? Which one is that?
Is there someone else, bruh? I felt like that joint, bruh.
It's like you're finding the songs that.
Oh,
that
one is a good one. You know why I don't remember it? It's because it comes right after Best Friends, and I'm like coming down from Best Friends. Where
as a fact.
But that's a good song.
Yeah, and Out of Time. Look, man, Out of Time. Like, I'm trying to tell. Hey, Weeknd. Out of Time is the slapper. That's the slapper.
Put that in the museum. Put that in the museum.
Okay, not
give that nigga a plaque for that. Give him a plaque for that.
It's not even. It's not even his. It's like a Michael Jackson song sung by The Weeknd.
I think that's why I like it so much.
But really, it's a Quincy Jones song. I think
I agree
there's
with
a
that.
difference though.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a Quincy, and also I don't know about the theme. I know the theme of the album. He like an old nigga, so like, is with the Tale by Quincy. You think that's like a Quincy Jones story, or like him just kind of keeping with the theme of the album, him telling a story that's possibly, I don't know, made up in the Weeknd's mind? Random.
I thought it was.
Thing about it. It felt like Quincy was like,
story.
"Shit, I love them. The motherfucking kids know I love them." Like, you know, I love them.
I'm just gonna wait a few months, and then someone's gonna do a YouTube video on or like a think piece on this album, and then I'm gonna watch it or read it, and I'll figure it out from there. I'll let you know in a few months.
I can tell you it will be me, so I'll let you know when that video comes out because we're gonna break it down.
Also, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say the theme of the album, and it's so crazy because I never thought twice about how complex The Weeknd is and how cerebral his music is when you sit down to listen to it. And it's like, wow, yeah, it really is. I knew it was deep, but it's so existential. Yeah. And this one especially was really like in your face about it, especially with the Jim Carrey interludes. I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, he went all out. Jim Carrey, got Quincy Jones in this thing. Yeah, no, definitely, especially that Phantom Regret. Definitely
that part.
Really thinking about your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, truthfully, I'm listening to Phantom Regret. I'm listening to the words, but I'm also in the background listening to The Weeknd go like, like I treat it as like a whole nother song.
Oh my goodness!
And I block out Jim Carrey because I'm not trying to think right now. It's like, all right.
I like for real. I like Less Than Zero. That Less Than Zero is depressing, but it sounds fire. It sounds
not fire, depressing.
Hey, look, this made me sound sad, bro. I'll be like, bro, I know he living good, but dang. Golly, bro. You know, but shout out to him. Shout out to this album, even though in some other hip hop news, Gunna outperformed Weeknd. Week 1 sales.
Interesting, because that album was not it. I'm gonna tell you.
Are you serious?
Things I did not know about.
The only song I liked on that album was Pusha P because it started the trend of saying P, and I'm trying to figure out what P means.
P just player. That's just player, bro.
But once I can use it in the proper context, I feel like I'm gonna use it all the time.
Okay.
I'm like, ain't P. I don't know why. I just want to say that ain't P.
I thought Gunna's album was straight. He seemed to be a little bit more, vulnerable in there. You know,
I thought the Weeknd's was better.
It was better. That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. But shout out to
the album was.
I can't weigh in because I'm all Weeknd. So
this man was like, who?
Someone
else dropped music the same time as the Weeknd?
Oh, come on now, yes, that's literally what it has been. I'm like, there's other artists that have dropped this year.
Yeah, man. Corday dropped the album. You know, when you get through the Weeknd, check out Corday's joint, man. From a bird's eye view. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the DMV's own. You know what I'm saying?
I will listen. Because
he dating Osaka. He dating Naomi Osaka. She in the Australian Open, so we gotta support by supporting.
You gotta support her by supporting her, man.
Yeah. You support Naomi by listening to Corday.
Okay.
There you go.
My like 30-cent stream. What's she gonna do with my 30 cents?
Right,
bro. She is the richest female athlete. It's ridiculous. God bless her.
Wait, she's the richest female athlete right now?
Yeah.
Even more money than Serena?
Yeah.
Serena's married to a billionaire.
She got both money. I'm pretty sure she's not a billionaire, but I mean, I'm not gonna get into the technicals, bro. She is the richest female athlete, bro.
She's rich. She's paying.
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
you don't need my 30 cents.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
Golly, bro. Yo, Tyler, man, you mind if we just, ask you some questions, bro?
Go
just
ahead.
about you, bro. Man, well, I'm gonna get a little personal for one. All right, bro. When you graduated high school, like, did you know film, TV? Did you know that was what you wanted to do?
This is a great question. No, not at all. And it's funny because I really do think you have to sit with yourself a lot to learn about, what do you gravitate towards, what is really calling you, what makes you happy, and trying to separate that from how you grow up and what is expected of you versus this is actually what I want to do, regardless of what anyone else is telling me or who I'm looking at, who I should aspire to be. And I'll say, like, in graduating from high school, I knew I wanted to be successful, whatever that meant. And then, just a little backstory, I started working at CNN and news, and I thought that was my calling. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like legit. Like I'm working in television. I'm doing like real stories. This is respectable. Like it felt good to be able to be like, oh yeah, look at me. But then I just started still noticing that there was stuff I was gravitating towards in terms of like television and film, but I didn't know what space that was because I felt like, oh, I'm in television, I'm in news, I should feel good. But it really wasn't until like I sat with myself and I said, you know what, I think there's something here because I learned, I was realizing I keep writing in my free time. I keep watching and obsessing over these movies and TV shows in ways that is not normal, the way other people obsess over it or just enjoy it for pleasure. And it wasn't until I got to film school where I said, okay, this is my calling. Because I felt so at home, regardless of, I got to make my parents proud. It's like I made myself proud. And I felt personally so fulfilled by just the path that I chose rather than trying to impress anybody. But I was really just doing it for enjoyment. And I got to say, like, the last few months have just been like fantastic because, I'm doing something for me. And you got to have a selfishness to be able to, exercise your passion in that way. And it's just,
for sure,
it just feels like I was supposed to do this. And I used to have this analogy where I felt like I was on a highway driving in the wrong direction. And now I finally feel like I've turned around. I've taken the exit that I needed to, and I'm back on the right track. And I'm no longer focused on like how fast I'm going, looking at other cars around me, making sure I'm in the right direction. If I'm in the right lane, where I'm even going. I feel at peace knowing I'm moving towards, my ultimate goal. And I appreciate every day for what it is rather than what tomorrow is going to look like.
You just on the road cruising now. You just feel like you're going where you're supposed to be.
That's awesome.
My question is, what was the movie that like or show that you watched that was like this is it, I gotta do something like this? Was it something that you saw that was like this was a really good movie, but I could have made it better, or like it's a really good show, or I could have made it better, or it's like, nah, I could do this as well? Is it something like that? Like which film or show did that for you, or if that happened?
That's a great question. I will say nothing gets me more excited than like blockbuster movies, and especially blockbuster movies where you're like fully immersed in it. I gotta say that movies that were really inspiring growing up was, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That was, I remember my dad snuck me out of school to go watch that movie, and I will never forget my experience watching that for the first time. Batman Begins, that movie was so intelligent, and it especially was fun because, again, it was a superhero movie, but this was before people started taking superhero movies seriously. But I had always done that because I grew up watching a lot of anime, played a lot of video games. So it finally took that type of world, that type of genre, and then brought it to there's like a cerebralness about this that you can gravitate to and not take as a joke. And there's so many movies. The Incredibles, I was obsessed with in middle school. I thought that movie was so excellently done. Again, that movie is very cerebral as well. If you look at it through a lens where you're looking at, don't dim yourself down for other people's mediocrity and really lean into what makes you special and what makes you different. Like, I love those types of stories. I think actor performances really are a thing for me. Like, one of my favorite movies, Dog Day Afternoon, with Al Pacino, who's one of my favorite actors.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie right there.
Excellent movie.
That's a good movie.
But overall, it's not even just a movie. It's more of what I like about film and television. It lets you kind of zone out and empathize with somebody who you might not know and see the world through their eyes. And you can really experience like what it's like to be someone else for 2 hours, 90 minutes. And I think that's just the best way to share a sense of understanding about other people rather than being so focused on like you and your people. It's like there's other people that you can sympathize with or relate to or find common balance with just through storytelling. I think that is so, it's very cathartic, but also it takes like a certain level of, letting your guard down to like open up yourself to let someone else in without, being on guard with, probably face-to-face interaction. If you know what I mean. It's just it's a way to see how other people are living, and we can express empathy and sympathize with them based on whatever we see on screen.
That's a fact. I see what you're talking about there, bro. Yo, you have worked with some pretty dope people, yo. I don't know if first I asked, like, how did you come across working with the directors Malcolm Lee, David Goyer? Like was you networking? Was this through film school? Like, how did this?
Come on, resume. Hold on, let me put my charger in really quickly.
Yeah, man. Hey, Jay, we got some interview skills, right? Bro. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for a little bit now, bro.
Oh no, this is great. Like, this is fun. Hold on 1 second.
Tyler might go big one day, people. So I just want to be like the first to be like, "Oh, we interviewed him." Like,
we got an interview with the director. This is in the archives.
Tyler, you call me anytime. Jalen, you too. I will be more than happy to do whatever it is.
Appreciate it.
Okay. You need to do a.
What was the process of, like, finding how to work with not finding out. What was the process of connecting with these directors? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
he froze a little bit, but
all right.
I think he'll come back.
He'll come back. Back. Sheesh, man. While we waiting on Tyler, Jay, did I ask you? You asked you how you was doing, right? You had a good week.
Yeah, man, my week was good.
I
talked to you the whole week. I mean, I did get forgotten out of a family funeral, but
I got totally wasted on Saturday night.
Oh, you got drunk? Oh, he's back in the waiting room.
Oh, it was terrible.
Okay, I don't know.
There's two of them.
There's two?
All right. We good.
He good.
All right.
This is so ratchet. I'm sorry, y'all.
Nah, it's
you
all
good.
good. This is the whole thing.
Honestly,
Look, it's the internet, bro.
Yeah, it's the internet.
It's just how it go, man.
I'm good at fixing these things when I gotta edit the
Yeah,
video and
JB
stuff.
edited, man.
Oh, perfect.
I
Perfect.
figure it out. Yeah.
So Tyler, the process of like, networking and working your way into, working with the director, like what was that like?
So I'll start with Malcolm Lee first. So he directed one of my all-time favorite movies, Roll Bounce, which I will never
that is one of your favorites.
I love that.
That is
movie.
one of your favorites, bro.
I love Roll Bounce. And you know why I love Roll Bounce? It's because it shows like Black normalcy in the best way.
Yeah.
It's like it's a pre-romantic but still adolescent era of like these five friends' life. And there is like a certain darkness about, the mom died and he's probably the whole family's going through a trauma that they aren't dealing with in a very healthy ways. But you still are looking for the joy in your life and still want to be a kid despite the humble, like the harsh reality of what adulthood and like what real life looks like. I can't get enough of that movie, and it's really, really funny. Yeah. But it's like working with him,
I just love how the movie, like, it's just like black kids being kids.
Yes,
like, it's not like they have to deal with like these drug dealers trying to chase them down.
I agree. Yes,
black kids being kids.
Yes, I completely agree. It's just fun. They're going to the roller rink, and they're just.
They're not getting in any trouble or anything. They're just kids. It was a very relatable movie because I don't know many kids who be getting into situations with drug dealers and having to get money or like some elaborate scheme or some bunch,
It's such a great coming of age story that is not told through that specific lens where there's no like drug violence or whatever it may be. It's just innocent in a way that I think I wish we could see more of that, especially with an all black cast in that aspect.
Yeah, for sure.
But, no, love that movie. But Malcolm, you know what it was? I was working at ICM Partners as an assistant, and best advice I could say, keep in touch with everyone you know, because you never know like who's going to work with who could help you in ways that you can't even plan or think of. And I was working at ICM Partners, and Tyler, as you know, and Jalen, as you're learning, I'm very expressive with what I like. It's no surprise when when I like something. So this one guy said, "Oh, Tyler, would you be interested in working for Malcolm Lee? He's looking for an assistant." And what's rare about that was he was in New York, and not a lot of these writer directors live in New York. They live in Los Angeles, and I was like, absolutely. He did Roll Bounce, yes. So yeah, no, I worked with him, and he was great. I think it was a great way in for me to see what a writer director, what they do, and kind of what it takes to do that. So while I was working for him, he was working on Night School, and I worked.
Wow! Oh snap! You met Kevin Hart?
Yeah, with Kevin Hart.
No, I'm playing with you.
Like my first day was his first day on set, and
wow,
that was pretty cool because it showed me what it took to be to kind of balance everything that you want to do. So he was directing that, but still developing other projects, which was also like a whole nother job in itself. And it opened my eyes to, okay, this is the life of this type of position. Like if you want to go down this road, like this is what it takes. You're going to be during the day, directing, and then at night developing other projects to keep the wheelhouse moving. And so that was cool working with him. And I then told him, I said, Malcolm, I think I want to go to film school. And he had gone to film school as well. And he was all for it. He was like, yeah, you should go. And he actually wrote me my recommendation letter to USC.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
I will be forever grateful to that, because, I mean, I'm sure it helped. It helped me get in. And so then from USC gave me like 2 proper years without having to work and really focus on what it is that I wanted. And I knew I wanted to write, but I wasn't as confident about directing as I am now. But it took a lot of being in spaces with people who also want to do it. You grow, and then you also learn about alumni who were here, and y'all had the same teachers. Like, what? I can do this. Like, yes, I can direct. Yes, I can write. Yes, I can produce. Like, you just build a certain confidence about yourself being around people that also are kind of at the beginning, but you know that there's like potential there. And it's a long story how I got connected to David, but it goes back to, again, someone knew I was obsessed with Batman, and they put 2 and 2 together, and they said, oh, he's looking for an assistant. Would you be interested? And I said, yeah, I'd love to do an interview. And then after 2 interviews, I got the job, and now I'm in Spain. So
that's so awesome, bro. You really right. Okay. So being an assistant, like, is this? So I don't know if you watch the show 20s on BET.
Oh, I do. I watched that show.
Yeah,
and it feels too close to home.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it like, yo, you gotta make sure you pull up with the coffee, like anything they need, you just gotta go get it done, or are you like really helping with the film, or I mean, it's a mix of both?
It truly depends on who your boss is. So I would say Malcolm and David are very different, but something about like now, I do scheduling, but I also attend every single meeting. And then I also, I go to set, I watch, like I learn. I do the basic stuff, but I make sure that basic stuff is done so I can then, be a sponge on set or in the writer's room, or, whatever opportunity that opens up for me to be present and really get out of it what I want, because eventually at the end of the day, I want to be in their position with my own assistant, right. to do this.
Yeah, right.
Sure. But it's something I definitely don't take for granted. And kind of like the analogy I gave earlier, some people could look at what I'm doing and they could say, oh, I went backwards because I went to CNN and I was an associate producer, and now I'm, an assistant. But it doesn't feel that way. I don't look at the job title to define me. I look at what is the work I'm doing and it fulfills me.
Yeah.
I think you did it right, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, because to me, it sounds like you going up.
Look,
you went from, to me, I'm more impressed with the movie stuff than the CNN stuff.
Bro, because it's like you gotta live your, especially like for people going into grad school.
Yeah,
like grad school means, yo, I really rock with this subject. Like, I'm really gonna dive into this. It's like, yo, you should go live your life a little bit and really figure out what it is you want. And then once you figure that out, all right, let me dive deep and really, become start to become a master at this craft. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just sounds like you could, bro. Like, I know you probably on set most of the time, but how is it out there in Spain, man? You enjoy the culture a little bit, or you grind?
It's so funny. I am so busy. I haven't it's not a vacation, I will say that. But this is the best way for me to travel, because I'm somebody who I love just chilling, but this forces me to, be somewhere else other than just, the office.
Oh no, Tyler. Oh no. Hey, cause let me tell you, bro. Okay, there was a point, right? There's a point. I swear, my man was getting in stupid shape. Like this man just turned up in the weight room. This man core got crazy. He's doing all types of stuff I ain't never seen. Let's my man's in Vegas. And my man's out here turning up. I said, Tyler got lit. Tyler got leave real quick, and then he was out here, bro, out in the streets.
Oh my god!
Oh no, I had to mess with him. I was like, I said I was gonna bring that up. I said my man's in the weight room. I said I'm coming in the street.
Tyler, forgive me. It took me like 2 seconds to realize you were talking about me.
Yeah, I was like, you talking about yourself?
No. I was talking about you, man. I'm out of shape. I got the belly fat. I ain't gonna know.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That was when that was years ago. And I was like, I'm tired of going to this gym and not knowing what to do. So I got a personal trainer. Best investment ever. And after I learned what to do, now I know how to train myself. And but I will say, man, working in television, it's hard going to the gym every day. So you have to choose.
Could imagine.
I got right.
Yeah, no, but in terms of traveling, I agree. Regardless of where you are, is difficult. But in terms of traveling, this is the best way for me to get out of my comfort zone, because I'm somebody who's very type A, who's like career driven, very focused. And the fact that now the job requires me to go somewhere else, to go somewhere I probably would never have gone by myself, or even on vacation, it's great because I'm learning so much. It's almost like college. Like, yes, you're there to learn and get your degree, but you're also learning so much outside of just school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's dope.
Oh yeah, man. I got some some shows I know you interested in. By the way, I want to let you know. I mean, you probably heard me. I always hit you up about this, but I truly enjoyed your insecure podcast you had.
Oh my gosh, what a throwback!
You had an insecure podcast.
He used to have, I think it was for season 2. He had a podcast for season 2. I was tuned in, bro.
It was season 2.
I was tuned in.
Oh my god, that so was
I gotta ask you, what did you think of the final season? I don't know if you had time, but what you think of the final season?
I always got time for Insecure. Always got time for Insecure. First off, before I talk about the last season, I gotta say, like, Issa Rae is just one of my many inspirations. Like,
goddess.
To watch her go from YouTube to what she is now, it's just so inspiring. It makes me feel like I can do this because she's now holding space for that.
She's very inspiring.
Truly, I'm so happy to see just her star keep rising and everything that she's done and going to continue to do. Like, I know this is probably just the beginning for her. Insecure season was this season 6 or season 6 or 5?
Season 5.
5. Well, you know how I feel about Lawrence, but I did like how they wrapped the show in a way that it was just like another day. In a way, it's like it didn't finish. It just okay, where we are now. There's more to the story, but we're just finishing. But I gotta say, all the characters I felt ended up in such a better space than they started. which of course I'm a root for. And if anything, my favorite relationship of this entire show is Molly and Issa. And that scene when they're in that last episode when they're in the bathroom and Issa's taking Molly's wedding dress off, and they just had that moment of like, "Oh, you changed my life." Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got choked up watching because it was. I just felt it.
That was a
like
deep scene.
this is the core of the show.
Yeah.
They
were.
What you guys think? I'm curious.
Well, look, man.
I loved it.
Let me just say,
it ended.
It's Team Lawrence.
Yeah, we predicted it.
The black man won. The black man won in the end. No matter what type of
greatest comeback of all time.
Greatest comeback of all time. He was down 3-1 in the finals and got his team back, got the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Lawrence came back. He did everything he was supposed to do the way he was supposed to do it. And got it done.
Bro, from a black man's standpoint, it's just a lesson of patience.
He said, did he?
It's a lesson of patience.
Lawrence still got his problems. But, he's just every.
Well, you know what, though? I knew they wasn't going to have her go off with Nathan. It was like, they're playing this. They just going to let us
She was settling for him.
Settling?
Yeah, if she stayed with him, we would have thought it was her settling because that's what it seemed like.
I thought it was just going to be like her by herself walking out into the sunset.
That's what I thought too.
Initially, I did think, but I don't know, man. It was a success story for everybody. I just feel like as as Team Lawrence, it's like, okay, my man's like, when he wasn't with her, he was on some like, I'm gonna just make sure I keep getting my shit together. I'm gonna figure this stuff out. So when she's ready, I'm here. Like I'm together. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was an amazing feat on his part.
Yeah, he's a shock. I think
that is not wrong. I will say I think Lawrence won, but I'm like mirror bitch. Like, what are you doing, Issa? Like, why are you going back to this man? Like, what? He got a whole kid.
She ain't found nobody better. Like
she ain't giving time. It's been like a year or whatever.
Yeah, if you think about it,
this is the only man in Los Angeles. This is the only man in Los Angeles,
right?
Ma'am.
But their chemistry was way too crazy, Like she with Daniel, and Daniel was on that BS. You know what I'm saying? Nathan is all like, "Hey, my mental is my priority," so she can't even be the priority in his life. You know what I'm saying? So
the only man that she actually had a genuine connection with, his only issue was that he was depressed and outside looking in, looked like a bum. But then if all he needed to do was get his stuff together, and then they'd be the perfect couple because they had chemistry. He was the guy for her. He just wasn't in the right place for her to be with him. Neither of them were in the right place.
Who looked like a bum?
Lawrence was a bum. Lawrence was a bum.
Oh, in the beginning. I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah, in the beginning, he was a bum. Then that's the only reason, honestly, why he got too comfortable, and he was a bum. And that was his only issues that Issa had with him. Even after they broke up, you think about it, the only issue that she had with him was that he was a bum, and he was so comfortable that he would forget birthdays because he's like, oh, well, no matter what, she gonna be there. He got way too comfortable. You can't get comfortable. So like that was his only problem. But once he got his shit together, it was like now it's Issa gotta get her shit together. Lawrence is the one who had the qualms with her because she cheated.
That is
why do we forget that she cheated? That's what be my problem.
Because it was like, oh, I can see why.
Yeah, no, she had a good reason to cheat.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like if you gonna cheat on me when I'm a bum.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, of course
it was a little murky. Like when rewatching that season, I was like, she said, "Oh, I'm in this," and then she cheated. So I was like, oh, this is messy.
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm trying to work things out with my what if man, Daniel. Yeah. And I'm team Daniel over here. So
snap.
Clearly they didn't bring him back.
Wow.
That's who I wanted to see them walk into the sunset with. Daniel.
That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy.
Had I been in the writer's room, Daniel. He would have had his own episode.
Daniel, I did like Daniel more than Nathan, though.
See?
I like Daniel way more than Nathan.
People would have liked this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I like Daniel way more than Nathan. If she ended up with Daniel with that, I don't think I would have been mad.
And hold up. To Lawrence and Nathan, why are we fighting at this party?
It's because Lawrence got bad timing. That's another thing he got. He got bad timing in every situation.
Bro, there's no such thing as good timing. Yeah. There's no such thing as good timing when you try to get your lady back, bro.
No, that's unacceptable. This is how you act? This is what you want?
This is bad timing.
This your man? This your guy?
Nah. Right? Them arguing about barbecue, well, that was the worst.
That was bad. Because everybody in their mama ain't no better barbecue in California than Houston. I
was like, Lord, you really gonna argue,
right?
LA barbecue or Texas?
I was not on his side of that. I was like, yo, you're just being petty, bro.
Because the conversation was over. He just go, man, but you know what? All right.
He was going hard for other reasons. Yeah. We know this.
You know why.
Oh, God. All right, great man. One more, another show, man, that you got me into. You know, you really got me hip to this.
I know what show this is.
Succession.
Great show. Oh, you got him into it because he got me into it.
He got me into Succession.
Tyler told you to watch?
Yeah.
Let's see. So I basically told you to watch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
no, and it's so funny because so many people have, because you know me, I'd be on Instagram going off about Succession. And I'm not going to talk about stupid shows. I'm not going to steer y'all wrong. I'm not going to waste your time.
No,
trust me. But everyone would be like, I'm not watching that show with all them white people. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all watch everything else. Just trust me. Watch it.
Show's good.
You will love it.
Man,
it's so good.
It's just like people such a good show. I can't even get like.
How did you feel about season 3?
First of all, I as a fan, and now though I feel like the world has caught up to the greatness that Succession is that I saw in season 1. Just for the record, again, circling back to the Weeknd, I saw the Weeknd with House of Balloons, and now the world has caught up.
Man's a visionary.
So my track record. It's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty A1. It's A1.
I respect it.
No, so I enjoyed every single episode this season. I was just like reveling in the name calling, in the meanness, in it's not even about who's gonna take over the company. It's about this family who's just mean and nasty, and they all want to be loved, but they're all like
they don't know what love is.
Each other at every single moment. It's just fun to watch, and I feel bad for them.
I just love their dynamic, the family dynamic. It's like, because like, even though they love each other, they hate each other, but they still love each other. Because at the end of the day, Kendall's still gonna stick up for Roman, even though he hates him when Logan slaps him in the face.
Don't you love those parts?
Yeah, I'm parts. Like. Apparently that was like improv. Like that was an accident. Like he accidentally slapped him in the face, and then Jeremy Strong reacted that way, like naturally. Like that wasn't even a plan in the script.
Real love, and Brian Cox. He commits to the role. I'm Team Logan all day, every day.
Oh yeah,
I love the fact that he sold that thing, bro.
Yeah, Logan Roy,
that's my dog right there.
He may be evil, but that's one evil son of a bitch that I want on my side.
What? Like these kids
are
just
kids. Tom said it best. He was like, "I've never seen Logan lose."
Yeah,
ever.
For sure.
And even in the the way they set up this season, like, whose side are you on, Kendall or Logan? I was like, it needs to be even for this to be a battle. Like, this isn't even a question to me.
Yo,
Logan's gonna win. Even when Logan is what they call it, what he was like, piss drunk, piss mad.
Oh yeah.
Even when he was piss mad, he was making like smart decisions. They just didn't trust it because he was, going through what he was going through.
And to me, if it's episodes like that when he's like down for the count and unable to make a decision, it shows that all these people are unqualified because they don't know how to.
Nobody knows how to do anything.
They don't know how to do anything, and they don't know how to be the guy who makes a decision or woman who makes a decision.
Exactly,
and that's why I love him because he knows and he trusts his instinct to be able to just be like, "This is what I'm doing."
He
get rid of those
kids. Got that. At that last episode, he was like, "I mean, why should I keep it?" And Roman was like, "Love," and he was like,
"Yes, that part." That part.
Love got to do with this, nigga.
He was like, "You come to me with love." What? I know I'm doing like a whole monologue. No, I felt that. I was like, "Are you serious?"
I was like, "Yo, if I worked my butt off to create this empire, I was just hand it off to y'all because of my kids."
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, y'all ain't done. All three of y'all done failed all my tests. All three of them failed this test. All three of them.
This proves the three of us do not need to have children. But...
Yeah, exactly. Nah. Our kids just gonna know their place when it comes to the shit we built.
I mean, I couldn't agree more, and I was actually very happy to see Tom stick up for himself in relation to Shiv, but also as an outsider who has an actual appreciation towards this life because he knows what it's like to not have it. I'm rooting for that. I'm rooting for that type of mobility.
I'm rooting for cousin Tom and cousin Greg to just drive off into the sunset together, running the business. Because that's what's gonna happen.
That could very well happen. I see it.
It's gonna be Tom and cousin Greg running the Roy Star. Royco, yeah.
All good.
I mean, that was another dynamic for Shiv to be so like such a terrible wife.
Yeah.
And expect him to just continue to like take it. And he was like, "Oh, I finally found my way. I finally found a way to take this down."
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
Stick it to her because she is horrible to him. The fact that she told him means she didn't even respect him enough to think he could even betray her.
I mean, but this is just typical Shiv behavior because on the wedding night, I'd like an open relationship. Dang, girl.
We just got married.
I never condone hitting women, but I feel like that might be a time I might accidentally I'd be what? Pow! Like, oh shit, I'm sorry, but like,
can we let the ink dry?
Like, we just put the ring on. Right? I don't even got a tan line on the ring. There's not even a tan line.
Not a tan line. It's like, dang, can we at least to me that shows, dang, not even on the wedding night she wants to sleep with you. She already thinking about other people.
Exactly. I'm like, you saying I do while I think about old boy in the audience. That's not right. That's not right at all. I've never liked Shiv. I used to like Shiv, but then
because she's framed as like the perfect liberal. Oh, I have sense in the family. No.
Yeah, nah. And she thinks she knows way too much than she does. She don't know nothing. She don't know jack squat.
I was glad to see her get some egg on her face this season.
Oh, when Sanaa Lathan was like, I can't really talk to you right now. Like, that first episode, I'm like, oh, she's gonna have a rough season 3, yo.
Like, read between the lines.
Sure.
Man.
Sure did.
Woo, good times,
great
man.
Show,
all right.
Great show.
I got 2 more things to ask you, bro. We can wrap this up, man. First off, worst movie you've ever seen.
Oh, you're trying to get me in trouble. Because this gonna come up one day, and they're gonna be like,
"Oh, you know what?
January 18th,
you're right. I ain't even gonna worry about
it. You know what I would say to this? And Tyler, you will remember how I used to be on Instagram judging movies, giving them grades and stuff.
Yeah.
I really matured from that after I learned how hard it is to make a movie.
I was gonna ask you that.
And how hard it is to write a movie. I will never take that for granted of someone who chose to write something down and then pick up a camera and hire a staff to make it. Like no movie I think starts off wanting to be bad. It just it tumbles down.
It just doesn't work.
But like it's very hard to make a movie. Any movie that gets made, kudos to them.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, do you have a new appreciation for movies now that you've been in film? But
I 100% do. And to add to that question, it's like when I watch movies now, I have to watch it probably twice or three times because I'm watching for so many different things. And honestly, in learning from Triggerman, the short film that we were talking about earlier, it's okay. First time I'm probably watching for plot, watching for performance, watching for story. But then like there's levels to it, which I really love about filmmaking. It's not just the director, it's not just the writer, it's not just the actors, but it's the sound design, it's the production design, it's the lighting, it's the cinematography, it's the Foley, the people that are making the sounds that you hear. It's like the mixing of like how loud things are coming in. It's truly the best form of creativity because you can make it whatever you want. And there's definitely like easy way outs to like, oh, that's just what it sounds like. But when people like have a specific vision for how they want things to be and they can really execute on that and really make it unique, like there's a real reason why like Spike Lee is an auteur, Christopher Nolan is an auteur, like Tarantino, you know what, when you see these directors' movies, you know what it's going to feel like because that's just their vision and they're not going to be the same. And it's just, to me, that is so cool and so unique because you're taking the same tools, but look what you've created all differently. And
that's fine.
It's just, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And, you know, as I'm growing, I'm learning more of my aesthetic, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like. And, you know, I just feel more of myself when I'm doing it than anything.
You know what? Before I get to the last one, what advice would you give to, you know, creators coming up, and you know, film creators or just niggas on YouTube?
I did not know I was at the advice stage of my career.
You know, hey, bro, you are, you know, you got through film school. You still a sponge. You still soaking things up, but I know you know some things.
No, I appreciate that, Tyler. I think for me, it's trust your gut always, and treat people how you want to be treated. You know, you build more by making friends, not enemies. I truly believe that. And in terms of film and like just the craft of filmmaking, I think you have to write a lot of bad stuff to get to the good stuff. And I think it takes a while for your taste to match up to your talent. Because I have written some very bad scripts that I want to be, you know, Dog Day Afternoon good, Dark Knight Trilogy good, Fight Club good. But I'm just not there yet. But the more I keep going and the more I keep learning, I feel myself like inching close, not just closer and closer to that, but kind of even going down my own lane of I'm in my bag right now. Like, this is me. This is like, can't nobody tell me this is the best thing ever. Like, like that's how I felt with Triggerman, my first short film. So, you know, if it, whatever it does, you know, post being finished, I couldn't be prouder of it. And I think it's because I've just made it so me that I'm very happy with it.
That's fire, bro. All right, last one, man. Best film, your favorite or best film you've ever seen?
I mean, I can't answer the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a hard question. That's a hard question to ask.
Jesus.
I
I will say, you know what? I will say this. I do have a go-to, but I've already said it. My go-to film is always Dog Day Afternoon.
Okay.
Because I think with that film, it follows an anti-hero who the audience deeply cares for and roots for so much wholeheartedly. By the end of the film, you feel bad for this guy who, if you were to meet him and in this situation, he's a bank robber, you would immediately write him off and think, oh, criminal, whatever he is. But they look at his character with such depth and it's so intimate and nuanced. And they still not writing characters like him today. But that movie just Sonny's the character I'm talking about. That movie is just so powerful and it inspires me every single time I watch it. So Dog Day Afternoon is my favorite movie, but there are so many more that we can talk about.
I'll tell you my taste, but you be like, Brad, you a nigga.
No. Wait, what is your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
Oh, of all time, Friday. Hell's that? Friday.
His face.
Friday should have won an Oscar. I don't know why niggas really. Okay. Is there an Oscar nomination for best comedy? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
We talked about this before. They did nigga dirty. All right. Look. Nah. For real.
It sounded like less than zero when you gave that as an answer.
For real, bro. For real. Damn, if I was gonna say like a favorite movie, bro.
That's a hard question.
It is.
Man, a movie that I truly enjoyed. Honestly, Forrest Gump. Not gonna lie to you.
That's a great movie.
Excellent movie.
Great movie.
Like, because I'm a big like history buff, and then just the way they kind of take you through time while like going through this man's life, I was just like, yo, this is
a great movie.
Yeah.
I could never tell you my favorite movie. I couldn't even.
You watch a lot.
I go through a lot of different phases of favorite movies.
Right, and you have different moods and what you feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard. Yeah. Like I just found a new appreciation for the movie Sin City. I like rewatched that. I just got a new appreciation for it. It's like watching it. I'm like, wow, this movie was really good. It's way before its time, and I was just like, yeah, this might be my favorite movie. I don't know. I watch a lot of movies. I watch too many movies.
Hey man,
never too many.
There's movies like Place Beyond the Pines. That's a great top tier movie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. I don't know. I couldn't tell
Tyler,
you.
Man. For one, can't wait till the movie come out. You want to give people like some info or I don't know when, but y'all look out for Trigger Man. It's Trigger Man, right?
Trigger Man is the name of the film. It will be out this year. Thank you.
That's a great title.
It is a great title.
It
sounds real.
It sounds real cool.
What was that? It sounds black exploitation type. That's what it feels like, a black exploitation. Like on some Shaft.
It's definitely got an attitude about it. I would say. For sure.
Yeah.
It was heavily inspired by. Have y'all seen Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Collateral and Fight Club.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm still like, yeah, this movie is the best. No, I'm gonna be the worst. I'm gonna be like Kanye, talk about my own stuff. Like,
do it.
Like, okay, calm down. Like,
man, talk that stuff.
Talk your talk,
dude. Oh wait, look. Hey, Tyler, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't talk, we'll talk it for you. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk it for you, man. Y'all follow Tyler at Tyler Holmes. It's Tyler Holmes M, right?
Tyler Holmes M. I'm trying to get the domain back, but one day.
Yeah, website Tyler-Holmes.com. You know what I'm saying? Dog, bro. it's a daggone pleasure, man. It really feels good to like just see you doing your thing, bro. And it's like I know it's just like you ain't even close to the top, but it's just good that you just continually push yourself, and then like I know you be having your times where it's like, bro, I ain't seen him on the gram in a bit. But it's like I know this nigga grinding, bro.
He's up to something.
It's like when you ain't on the ground, like, oh, he grinding. When he doing them stories, I'm like, my nigga watching hella movies right now. He just said, I'm taking a break.
I'm eating.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
No, Tyler, I mean, thank you isn't enough. Like, and truly, when you hit me up to say like, oh, you want to do this? Can you come on and be a podcast guest? I was like, yes, absolutely. I'd love to do it.
Hey, look, I'm glad you came on because somebody else will try to get somebody else on the podcast that won't be named. That might be your brother, but he may not. But he wouldn't come on the podcast. I don't know where he at. I'm playing with you. I'm playing. Shout out to Austin, man.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing, but
he grinded. That boy grinded.
No, but I was so happy. Just one to see y'all continue to do this, because even like myself in starting that podcast, fell off, didn't finish. But like to see y'all keep going, and I love the stuff y'all talk about. I think it's just I love platforms like this, talk about stuff I know, and then from people that I know would share the same opinion of me. And even if you disagree, now I'm engaging with the disagreement, and I'm like, oh, he tripping type of thing. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's good to hear. I appreciate that, man.
I just want to say thank you for coming on. I'm just happy that you came on, and I appreciate you coming on. It's just knowing everything you're doing, like your story with how you're in the film, and it's inspiring to me. With me, I'm new to this video editing thing, and it's just real inspiring to see that like somebody doing something that in that same area is like working their way up and having things that they want come to fruition is just like dope and inspiring to see.
Thank you, man. And just keep going. Yeah. Honestly, it's crazy. Like the just level of connection based upon people knowing what I wanted to do has been insane. And now I know it's like, okay, y'all do a podcast. If ever there was a time where I can share that, okay, I know who to refer to. I know who to connect with. You talk about video editing. Okay, now I know you're in my lexicon of people now. So
appreciate it.
No.
There you go. That's what the Dope Clears podcast is about. We bring the people together.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Oh, man. Hey, to all those listeners, especially those listening on a Wednesday, hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay black. Keep doing your thing out here. You feel me? As we say, live with no clearance, speak with no clearance, and move with no clearance. It's No Clearance Podcast. Peace.
Peace.